Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 10th episode of the Gentleman's Gank podcast. I'm Tim,
I'm Jonathan.
I'm Pierre.
And I am Dominic.
and this week we're talking about a topic that is near and dear to every geek's heart: football.
All right. Now hear me out. Hear me out. To blatantly steal from Penny Arcade, the original's down in the doobly-doo. Think about football like this. The quarterback is a wizard. The offensive line are his tanks. Running backs and receivers are the DPS, and damage is measured in yards. Yes, football is a game.
It's a very
It's
strategic
official.
one that requires a lot of body mass.
Yes, something that we don't have. So,
Maybe a little bit on Tim.
oh,
Just a little bit.
Just
All
a
right.
little bit.
so
I was being fair.
this topic has to do with a recently posted post on the Reddit board for the college football Reddit board, and this, yeah, I know. I'm not a big football person myself, but this one just sort of hit me weird. It was an Auburn fan writing to UGA fans in general, and sort of just an open letter, and I'll leave the full thing in the doobly-doo as well, but it's too long to read it all. But basically what happened is this Auburn fan went to Athens, which is where UGA is held, and they went there on Friday, not game day, and they went to a few bars, and they were mostly in neutral colors and stuff, and, one had an Auburn ball cap, and another, a girl had a blue scarf with orange trim. Before they even entered the bar, they were booed. And that's fine, it's a rivalry. By the end of the night, they had 2 drinks thrown at him. The guy in the ball cap had a glass beer bottle thrown in his direction, and later realized he was bleeding. They were literally spat at and cussed out. 2 of the girls were in tears, and the one who had the scarf threw it away because she was scared it was making her a target. So, they left early. Saturday.
Holy shit, I thought the Ravens and Steelers were bad.
Saturday. Game day. Maybe they were just drunks. Nope. Spat at. Constantly. Did not understand why grown men were literally spitting at them. He lost count at 20. More drinks thrown at him. This time it was soda, because they were in the stadium. Cussed out more. They left the stadium a little early, but leaving the stadium, they, at the girls' request, all the guys in the group surrounded them because they did not feel safe. And they left because the fans were treating them badly, and the game was also going badly. They were hit upside the back of their heads a couple times walking out, and the girls were being called extremely vulgar things throughout the entire time, and they feared for their safety so much they did not go out at all that night, but stayed and then left as soon as they can. He had talked to a couple other fans who had visited, and apparently it's really common to spit on them, especially the girls. Screamed at and cussed out is really commonplace. And this, he posted it to a Reddit and got a bunch of mixed responses, over 500, and got so many negative PMs, threatening, like actually threatening PMs, because I read the whole thing and it's really neutral. Everything he writes is just like, this is what happened. I don't think this is just a UGA thing, but I wouldn't want to go back because of this. Please try and be more welcoming. It was very thoughtful and nice. And he got really threatening PMs to the point where he shut down his account. So,
People are stupid.
Yeah.
This is like, to put it in a gaming thing, this is like...
it is a gaming thing.
This is like if this happened with a console war. Like, if you saw someone buying an Xbox, you would go up and spit on them. That's how bad it would be.
No, not Xbox. PlayStation maybe, but
Okay, at least it has games now, right?
yeah, that's true.
at least it doesn't watch you like the Kinect. I would spit on the Kinect, but only so that it can't see me. Also, this is like... This is taking rivalry to the point where you honestly believe your opponents are not people. This is similar to propaganda.
Yeah.
Because propaganda is meant in a wartime to create the thought that your enemy is no longer a human being, that they are subhuman and thus easy to kill without feeling bad.
Yeah, that's what North Korea does all the time.
People have actually died in parking lots for cases like these, where people take the sport too far.
Yeah.
It's so dumb. Like, no sport or game... Alright, let's rephrase this, because honestly it needs to be. Nothing in this world as a preference, nothing that can be thought of in one way or another, as far as one is better than the other, is worth another person's life, regardless of anything.
Yeah.
I do not care what anyone else says. That is not worth killing them. Or hurting them, spitting on them, calling them names.
And this is common practice is the worst part. And
Yeah.
this is not just towards the UGA or any team on the NCAA roster. This is all sports in all leagues. It just so happened this time it was somewhere within a much more public opening. And when the knowledge of it, that's one of those things that's become a controversy in the process.
And it's really incredible that I can see this happening on a small scale. There are always those hardcore fans, but generally there are reasonable people. There are generally enough reasonable people to stop them or, just make it up. And there was a response to this. There was another open letter from a UGA fan who actually has started a fund to buy the Auburn fan tickets to next year's games. Just, hoping that this was just a fluke and they want them to come back because they say that this is not what the typical thing is. But he talks about how, he's been in bars before where people have spat at Auburn fans and the rest of the bar will get up and throw the person out because, you don't do that.
That's not right.
Yes, but this is just... That's that guy speaking, and then there's the Auburn fan, he was in a bar all night long, and one of them left bleeding, and nothing happened to the people. And accidents happen, but this seems ridiculous to the maximum degree. So, after that downer, Tim.
Yeah. Thanks. After that eerily depressing everything, let's talk about how CDs work or whatever.
Yeah, something like that. So I recently got Far Cry 4. I got the pre-order version. My wallet is giving me very dirty looks at the moment, but my need to go stampeding through a Himalayan town on the back of an elephant while shooting people in the face will not be denied. I'm actually downloading it as we speak. But anyway, I opened
Is this Far Cry 4?
Yeah, Far Cry 4.
Okay. I was confused for a second. I just heard the Himalayas and elephants, and I was completely thrown off. I was distracted.
I think I said it was Far Cry 4. But
You
anyway,
did.
I got home, I opened the box, and I noticed that there were 3 CDs inside. And I looked at the disk info, and there was like 30 gigs in here. It's not going to be much longer before we're not going to be able to keep putting games on CDs without their own spindle.
Yeah. And I'm not paying extra for a game because it has a Mass Effect 17 spindle.
Yeah.
That was my joke. But anyway.
Although I guess if it was Sonic, maybe I'd get it. No, if it was Dragon Age.
Sonic,
if it was
but
Dragon
Wait,
Age
wait.
Borderlands, I'd get it.
Sonic 14, where the 14 doesn't refer to the year, it refers to the number of discs.
Yeah, that
It's
sounds
like-
about right.
You open up an encyclopedia-sized book, and every page just has 2 CDs in it.
It's got a CD Bible.
And you're like, all right, which world have I gone to today? I need to insert that CD. Which characters
Oh my
am I playing?
goodness,
I
is
gotta
that what
load
No
up.
Man's Sky is gonna be.
That sounds
yeah.
excellent.
Oh boy.
Yeah, like whichever character you want to play, you have to boot up that CD and like load that in. That sounds like it would make sense and work.
Now
and
we
not
have
be
to
weird.
have 2 CD players working at the same time. One's for the character, one's for the level. No, and this
Yeah,
is
that makes sense.
Yeah, my,
this is a big problem because CDs just can't hold enough, and that's we've had this problem forever. It's before it was CDs, it was floppy disks, and before it was floppy
Floppy.
disk, it was the actual floppy disk.
Well, thank you for summing that up for us in a way that makes sense.
We've had zip drives and
And now we're hitting like thumb drives of ridiculously large size, up to like a couple terabytes. But you can't just package that out with a game easily.
yeah, no, that's too much. That
Yeah.
that
CDs
costs.
are cheap. You can get like
Yeah,
100
CDs
CDs
are like
for $2.
CDs are a couple cents each at most, whereas the thumb drive is a couple bucks each.
So we're at a crossroads here where we have a lot of information to move, and we don't have a good way to move it, except via the internet. The problem with the internet is that some of our internets, cough cough mine, are not very good.
Have you considered getting better internet?
Well,
Yes.
they're working on it with Google Fiber, AT&T Fiber, and even Verizon Fiber. Networking is going to become easier, faster, and just more convenient in the
Yeah.
next couple of years.
I knew about Google Fiber. I did not know about the others.
Well,
And
the
then
other
there's
words
also the
were already
SpaceX
in the
constellation
works,
I put up.
but with Google trying to do it, it kind of pushed the other cable companies that, hey, someone that's not even in our business is trying to take our business. Obviously, we need to step up our game.
Oh, Google.
Pretty much, Google set off a chain reaction within the companies, and you're seeing lots of neighborhoods now get fiber networking, so that way you can get 100 megabytes per second.
Tim, what was that you said?
SpaceX, I'm pretty sure, is working on a prototype constellation to put up for public internet access.
Which will be awesome.
Yes, yes, it will be.
It's about time we
Probably
have.
at least a decade out, but it will be
Yeah.
amazing when it finally gets here.
Google Fiber is offering 5 megabytes down free for those who are within the region of those. So it's not out of the question that it's already coming into effect.
Yeah.
I really wish we had that where I live.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, my house still has a DSL Lite package we purchased in I think 2004. It was
Okay.
DSL Lite in 2004. It hasn't been upgraded since then.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
So, internet's got to get better. We've got to get our better internet speed. What else could we do? I mean, there's Blu-rays, but someone wanna
Blu-rays is becoming out of date now. Even
Yeah.
Yeah, a Blu-ray disc will only hold 50 gigs, and that's at max capacity.
Which, I mean, would still use 2 CDs instead of 3 for the Far Cry.
Yeah, but still,
But
that
still,
would be a stopgap measure. That'd only last for maybe another couple years.
yeah, you've got about another 2 years before it becomes like 7 discs on CD, and then 2 on Blu-ray.
not enough.
Feeling the exponential increase in data and technology and all that.
And you still have a day 1 update.
Well, there's still a little bit of Here's a little bit of old news that's future coming. In 2013, Sony and Panasonic signed a basic agreement to jointly develop a standard for professional use next-generation optical discs. And that doesn't mean that there's going to be a new disc. That doesn't mean that it's not going to have a product at all. It's they're developing a standard. So this is no promises at all, and this is 2013. But they already worked on it, and they can do up to 300 gigs on a disk, which is not bad.
Not bad at all.
But the way this works is, it comes out as professional, same as Blu-ray and DVD did, and VHS for that matter. It comes out as a professional version, and then several years afterwards, it comes out as a consumer product. So they sort of figured at the time in 2013 that it would make it towards the end of 2016 as a consumer product. So that might be coming still, and who knows, there may be other things in the work. HD DVD and Blu-ray were sort of worked on at the same time. So
It'd be nice.
But by then, who knows what we'll have internet-wise. I mean, maybe Google will finish their work on Google Fiber, and everyone will have 100 up. Doubt
I
it,
would
but
quite like that. Quite a lot, in fact.
yeah, because uploading videos takes no bandwidth whatsoever.
No, not at all.
And so that just about wraps it up for this episode. This is the Wednesday episode, and just want to see how the group is liking this. So if you have any perspectives on this, you have any good things or bad things to say about this, go ahead and post down in the comments below. We do read them. We have read every single comment so far.
Both of them.
And we do take that into account, so say what you want.
Your feedback is important to us.
We
Even
can
if
take
it's
it.
nothing but dicks.
Well,
And we'll see you next week. This has been Jonathan.
Pierre?
Tim?
and Dominic.
Bye.
Bye.
See you.
Bye.